Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Wednesday live stream, not Thursday. Where yes, as always, we're covering the most hot topics on Transformers Earth Wars. So thank you everyone for joining me on this Wednesday stream. We'll talk a bit about it shortly. Why? But today's stream, what we're going to go through. So we're going to talking about the new bots, giving our lowdown. We know it's been into playtest very late. Not a lot of information has come out. But the big question is, have they turned this around? Have the apes actually pulled this out the bag and give us a really good endurance bot? Or are we going to see, like in the past, we've had these last minute and it's not quite hit the target and not quite hit the levels? We spoke about this in one of my videos that I've posted to my members. It's going to be available over the Christmas period, about getting content late, not really being good enough, about legacy bots having the time to create them properly, and the legacy bots actually probably being a bit better than the endurance bots overall. So the big question is, have the apes sort of turned this around last minute? Then we're going to be taking a look at some bots and some setups of bots. We've been doing this over the last few weeks to help new players understand what the best setups are for the best bots in the game. Not necessarily all the best bots, but some meta bots maybe at lower levels as well. So we're talking a bit about that as well. We're talking about level 11 for weapons and sort of take a quick look on some of the standout ones that you could look at and go, yeah, I'm going to go and get that. Binary bonds, still hard to come by, still expensive at $100 in the store. Only at the top prize of leaderboard events at the minute, in combat events, so very hard to get hold of. So if you're going to spend those binary bonds, we need to make sure we're spending it on the right things. So the big question I'll be asking is, what are the right things? And then we were talking a bit about something that happened in the last event that I didn't really think about until after the stream. And then I thought about something that I mentioned a few weeks ago, which kind of got me a bit enraged and backed up exactly what I was saying. So we're talking a bit about that as well. So yeah. So what's been happening in real life? So behind the scenes, I've still got this cough. So I will be coughing during the stream. It's been, what, 4 weeks now? 5 weeks? Just can't seem to get rid of it. I mean, 99% of it's gone. But I've still got a bit of a chesty cough, which is crazy that it's been 4 weeks now and it's still going. So, yeah, we've still got that. My wife's home from hospital, finally. You probably seen last week, I spoke last week about my wife being in hospital with her ankle. So she's finally out of hospital, so that's good. Football's now finished with Jacob. I think he's got a tournament next Sunday, and we're finished for Christmas. So we're done. And the big reason why... apologies. The big reason why I'm doing it tonight and not tomorrow night is because tomorrow night I'm actually going to see Jimmy Carr, the comedian. I'm sure plenty of Americans really know me, quite big in America, I would say. Probably the most well-known English comedian in America, I would say. So yeah, going seeing Jimmy Carr. So it's supposed to be me and the wife actually going tomorrow, but the wife with her legs, she's like, listen, I can't go, because I can't really get around. Never mind, going up and downstairs in the arena. So I'm actually taking my father with me. So me and my dad are going tomorrow night. So that's the reason why I can't stream tomorrow night. I thought about it, but we'll be home for about 11. It'll be about 11:30 at night, which is about 2 hours from now, which maybe suits some of my viewers, to be fair, in America. But for me, streaming at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, it's not going to be ideal. So that's the reason why we're doing it on Wednesday. I may stream on Sunday. I don't want to make any promises. I may stream while leveling on Sunday, sorry. I may not. But this will be the last stream before Christmas, and probably the last stream over Christmas. So next week there probably won't be a stream. But I've still got some more videos to post. I posted about 12, 15 videos. The other day it was the breakdown of the interview with Dale into smaller chunks. A few from obviously one of my other streams. I've still got 2 streams to split up, so about another 5 or 6 videos will probably come from that. Maybe a few more actually, because the bot ones are going to be split up into smaller sections. So quite a few videos are going to be posted, especially for members over the next 2 weeks. and then obviously slowly released to the general public. So if you want to see them first, then consider becoming a member. If you want to see all that content over Christmas, something to keep you busy, hit the obviously member tab on my main page of my screen. But other than that, you are welcome to wait for it as always. But obviously the most important thing, guys, is to hit that subscribe button. That is the most important thing you can do, because I understand some people say, oh, I can't afford it, was I think, oh, like, this is fine, I have no problem. No one has to you know, has to be a member, you know. But if you're watching my channel, I expect you to at least subscribe. That's the least you can do for me, is hit that subscribe button, guys, before leaving today. So if you have done, thank you. If you're already a sub, thank you. So let's see who we've got in the stream. So we've got Grind Time. Obviously, Grind Time never misses a stream. I think he's missed a few, and every time he's like, "Oh my god, I missed a stream." I'm like, "Hey, it happens. Don't worry about it." We've got Ricky La. We've got Tricks. Not Tricks. I can't speak. We've got Trax Penny Lancaster as well. Thanks for joining, as a long-term member. We've got Jamie Carpenter as well. Thanks for joining. We've got Meme47. Thank you for coming. Shot Bomb 28 and Groove Charge as well. We've got Michael Cooper. We've got Dustin Brilliant. Thanks for joining as well. We've got Jonathan Guy. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you too, buddy. We've got Nexus, Mr. Steeler. And if you're in the chat and you're not spoke yet, just say hi. We appreciate it, especially if you're new to the stream. We've got who else have we got? Autobot Phil. We've got Joseph Prime. Good to see you as well. We've got Chris Housen, who I was talking in my comment section on YouTube. It's good to see you. A bit about Titan health. He sort of mentioned that, I know he has mentioned about Yoda, but it's not just Yoda, it's everyone. That if you go and scout people's bases, their Titan looks at a higher health than what it actually is. But everyone, it literally, if you go and scout your own base, it does the same for your own base as well. It shows a higher health. So I went and looked at my own, and it's the same. So who else have we got? We've got Fleazer, is that right? Good to see you too. Where did you go? Nowhere. I'm here. I love that every time. We've got Johnny Butler as well. Chris Harmon, a long-serving member as well. Cuddy Fox. We've got Volcanicus #1. Who else have we got? We've got Walsvik Wealth Management. Hey, thanks for joining. Stephen Gomez as well. We've got I'm gonna struggle here now. Gulherm Fantini Schwapsch. I hope I got that right. Or close. I've been close. I hope I've got it. But thanks for joining the stream. We've got Adam Piasecki. Oh my god, you're testing me today, guys. Thanks for joining the stream as well. Who else have we got? We've got Decimus, and thanks for being a member as well. Much appreciated. We've got J-Rad as well. We've got Randall Hamilton. We've got RG. We've got Mr. J as well. Obviously, Berserk. It's Wednesday. What day is this? It's Wednesday. We've got Master Ninja as well, and obviously Kill Sucker, long serving buddy, and Gary North as well. Thanks for joining as well. Kill Sucker just got a Discord also server disappear on me. Does anyone else still see it? Let's have a look. Yeah. So unless you've been kicked towards a glitch, it's fine for me. I think. Yeah, fine for me. Cool. Yeah, Volcanica 69, but I got kicked to a Skyrim video. What the hell? It's weird. Yeah, a few comments about Jimmy Carr, like, yeah. Also, what Philip did it again. YouTube sent me to a commercial and then Neil Grease Tyson video. I haven't got commercials on. I might have to monetize my stream and then not put ads in. This has only happened since I've been not monetizing my stream. It's almost like YouTube are punishing me for not monetizing my streams. It's very bizarre. So I might have to take the music off, monetize my stream, and then choose when I put adverts in and not put adverts in, weirdly enough. Really bizarre, honestly, why this is happening. YouTube tell me the stream has ended. What is going on in that? It's weird. Really weird. I don't know, guys. I've got to look into it. But the problem I've got is I can't look into it unless every time I start a stream, I've got to just change a setting and then see how it goes. Really weird. I'll have to maybe Google it, but some weird stuff is going on. Weird stuff. Michael Cooper could have had Jimmy Carr rate the latest endurance bot. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, it's so weird. Cool. Kakusan as well. Cool. Glad you like the videos. And Decimus is in G1 AOC Legends. Cool. Good to have you as a fellow G1 member. Cool. J-Rad, could be a reception Wi-Fi issue, so I would try to restart your Discord or something. Oh, right, I mean, to Discord. I thought I meant to my stream. I was like, it's definitely not my Wi-Fi connection, definitely. Very bizarre, though. Happens to quite a few people, but not everyone, I don't think. Does it happen to everyone? Let me know on the stream. Did that happen to everyone or just some people? Because if it's happened to some people, that's really bizarre. Really weird. Cool. Right, let's jump into the newsletter and then we'll see what's happening this weekend. So, bar week, Grana, week, Ninny Bong. This weekend's event is called A Little Luck. Now, when I heard about this, it just made me think about the Transformers movie, not the films, not Transformers 1, Transformers movie, where literally Optimus Prime says, all we need now is a little energon and a lot of luck. And I know it's a lot of luck and a little energon, but it just reminded me of that. Don't know. But yes, obviously it's festive season for Transformers Earth Wars. So this weekend's event is a Mayhem Alliance Totalizer. So basically it's the end of Saga endurance event for the new boss, basically. A Mayhem mode has been activated, so to speak. But yeah, super pleased it's Mayhem weekend. Makes it a lot easier. Frees up a lot more time this time of year. I'm normally sort of absent a lot from the game this time of year because it's hectic for me. These 2 weeks are literally like every day is non-stop. So to have, I think it's literally the first event I will have completed and done whatever points I needed to ever at Christmas time, which is quite impressive. So well done, SpaceX, for that. So this weekend's obviously an Alliance event for 3.5 million points, which works out around 90k each, give or take. And you get a 5-star Wing Saber or Dreadwing. Or you can go for 1.5 million points for a guaranteed 4-star Wing Saber or Dreadwing. Obviously some G-Metal and Gold Cores, Total Shard, Total Sparks. And to be honest with you, that's the reason that I'm doing the event. It's not just for the bot. And people say that, and as soon as I say that, people think, oh, well, the bot's rubbish. No, that's not the case. I put my bid in before this bot was even in playtest. So I always thought I want the shards. I said in my interviews with Dale, I said that, you know, you've got 5-star bots coming out, you've got legacy bots, and then you've got, obviously, you need to get combiner bots in those batches. So I need 5-star shards for that. I need 5-star shards for new combiners as well. To upgrade them. So we're going to need a lot of 5-star shards. And by doing this endurance event, it's just one less bot out of the 5-star batches, which frees up more 5-star shards. So not only are you getting whatever 5-star shard, which is only about 900, I think. I'm not added it up to honestly, 900 5-star shards. No, it's more than that, I think, isn't it? Let's have a look. 150, 300, 450, 600. 750, 900. No, it is 900. I was right. Good guess, eh? 900 5-star shards. But not only, but you're also saving yourself 5,000 shards from getting the new bot. So you're saving yourself a pull. So I'm going obviously for the 5-star shards. And then obviously the 4-star shards as well, which will go towards 5-star shards. And then the total spark and the total shard crystals as well. Don't really need spark, don't really need combat spark, but I do need combiner spark for these combiners that are coming out. So that's the reason that I'm doing the event, not for just the bot. But we'll talk about the bot shortly and see that if you're going to do the event to get all these things, is it worthwhile as well? Are you getting not only just just 5,000 shards saving, and you're not getting all these goodies, but you're also getting a good bot as well, which we'll talk a bit about later. That's a big question. It's mayhem mode, so kind of ignore these battle zones. I mean, you're able to play for 5 fuel cells and get these points, but you're also willing to play for 15 fuel cells. If you're not sure how to battle doing that in mayhem mode, I've done a couple of videos on it, on how to get the best out of it, how to smash it. Go and check that out. Game updates and information. So newsletter changes. So they are changing the newsletter to coming out on a Thursday, which I think it used to come out on a Thursday. Then they changed it to Wednesday, and now they changed it to Thursday. So I don't know why. I kind of get that it's going to be more accurate with releases coming out Thursday. But I always when I talk to my managers about stuff like this, I always say to them, don't just look at the problem. Look at what's causing the problem and go and look at that. Go and look at the systematic failure which is causing that problem. And for me, the systematic failure is that they've put, oh, we're going to bring the newsletter out on a Thursday instead of Wednesday because our content comes out on a Thursday and we push it on a Thursday. Well, then why can't you just push it on, or not push it on a Wednesday, but especially like new bots. I mean, like updates and all that is on a Thursday, but I don't see why you can't advertise that on a Wednesday rather than Thursday. But in terms of bots and combats and releases, why can't you just release it on a Wednesday? Or why can't you just have it ready for Wednesday at least? You know, you don't have to bring it out on a Thursday, but you can announce it on a Wednesday and this is coming tomorrow because you know it's coming tomorrow because it's already ready and done, ready to go. That is the problem. So go and address the problem, not the not the actual problem itself. What's causing it? And the new bots, obviously we've got Wing, Saber and Dreadwing. They talk a bit about the ability and the upgrade and things like that and the power core, which we'll talk a bit about later. Then we got Wicked Wednesday, where yes, we are going to be giving some side passes out and some 5-star shards during the stream. Not going to say when, but we are. And yes, we probably will do a yearly content view like we do most years. And we're talking about all the releases this year. And we normally do that just in January when we first come back. Talk about the previous year, what was good, what wasn't, what we'd like to see more of. Stuff like that. So yeah. And obviously go and check out your content creators, myself, Soldier, and Freezers Max. Excuse me. Yeah, like I said earlier, the first thing I thought of, I forgot to mention this, was when they said they're going to change the stream day, was Freezers. If Freezers doing his stream on a Wednesday, how's he going to do a newsletter on a Wednesday? If the newsletter comes out on a Thursday, so I don't know what Freezer's going to do. It's a bit of a crap change for him, to be honest with you. And then we're finally towards the end of the saga, but they've extended it obviously by 2 weeks. So we've got a 4-star No Duke combat, and then we've got Raiden and Dino King 4-star parts. 50k individual event, but it is mayhem mode, so it is very easy to do, free to play, guys. Very easy. So go and check out again my video on how to smash sort of mayhem mode. Go and check that out. And it's got content creators again. Why is that linked twice? That's a bit weird. And then the last stream will be the 19th of December, which is today? No, tomorrow. I'm not used to streaming on a Thursday and thinking, what, have I missed a stream? Did I miss it today? I don't know. I haven't missed it. It's tomorrow. So go and check out the content. They're going to check out the stream tomorrow. Hopefully, they can mention something about the new war update tomorrow. Come on, it's been long enough. It's supposed to be released 6 months ago. It's been put back, and then they've said they're going to try and release it for the end of the year. It's now the end of the year. You're going on holiday next. What next? In fact, it's for tomorrow. Give us some info. Come on, put it out there. And that is everything on the newsletter. So what have we got? So comments wise, I'm going to try and drink this weird, really strange drink. Because so I was making a Coca floater. I thought I'm going to have a glass of Coke. Well, not Coke. And then I thought, yeah, I'm going to have a Coca floater. Why not? I'm going to put some vanilla ice cream in it. And I put it in it. And now I'm really worried. Because if you look at it, it's gone really weird. It's literally like separated completely. And gone really disgusting. And it's all clear at the bottom. How would a Coke look like that? You can't see it. There you go. There you go. Look at that. What the... What is that? I can't drink that. Although I want to taste that bit, and I taste that bit, and taste that bit. I do want to taste them now and see what it actually does. Whoa, not looks like it's alive. Yeah, I ain't drinking that. So what everyone's sort of saying. Jamie Carpenter kicked into Peppa Pig video. Yeah, a few people. Oh, and Dale's in the chat as well. Good to see you, Dale, as well. Thanks for joining as well. Tracks Penny Lancaster. That's the thinking I have done before Mayhem Mode is you eliminate the endurance bots from being pulled when the new batch drops, freeing up my shards. Now I'm over 50k. Yeah, similar. MD Prime's at work trying to watch. Well, I appreciate your dedication. Stinger late to the party. You're not that late. You've only missed the newsletter. Nothing you can't catch up on. J-Rad's put, I've heard 5 FC is better for points. Yeah, it is in the long run. But if you want to spend all that time grinding, because I will literally sit there spending an hour or so using up all my cells, where in Mayhem Mode I'm done in 15 minutes. Entire 75 cells gone. Easy. Wasn't it Souza? I only speak English, I'm afraid. Sorry, buddy. Can't answer you. Shot bomb. So now we find out about an event the day before it starts. I mean, they do post in Discord in advance about the events, so you can find out there. Will the Dino King event be all 6 box parts? Yeah, for the 4-star. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. NWC might go for the 5-star depending on how Alliance performs. It's a hard ask. If you're not going for the 5-star, it's hard to ask people to do like 90k. But if you're struggling for an Alliance, I'm sure there'll be some Alliance somewhere. They probably need someone going for it. It's worth an ask in Discord. Going on holiday. They've been on holiday. No, let's just clear that up. They haven't been on holiday. Dale has been off on holiday and then off sick, but they've not all been off on holiday. I know a couple of the 8 have been let go. I know that Amy's been let go, and I know that Callum has been let go as well. Don't know why. It's all with the Supercell thing. I'm not exactly sure. It's all a bit hush hush. But what we do know is the chats have been really quiet, which is a bit weird. But don't know. Mark Cooper, did you use sugar free? No, full fat. Full fat. Grandton's put, that's because you're not supposed to put ice cream in Coke. You're supposed to use root beer. No, you're not. It's called Coca Floater. It's not called root beer floater, is it? It's called Coca Floater. That's the name of it. Carnage back. Alright, but that's not your Coke. That's your lava lamp. I'll drink it anyway. Hey. Wasn't it Souza? I do not speak. I think it's German. I don't speak German. You are gonna have to get a translator, I think. And Simon Hayes, 3 years member. Wow. He's actually hit the 3 years mark. That's a huge achievement. Big thank you. Obviously, massive support of the channel to reach 3 years. Grind Time, I think, reached 3 years a few months ago. So it's just Grind Time and Simon Hayes. So huge thank you to you guys. 3 years. I know a lot of guys are hitting about 2 years now. I think Tranks Pen Lancaster is one of them with the Z Energon. But obviously the Titan Spark is for 3 years. I'm glad to make some new ones, aren't I? For like 4 and 5 years. Jesus. Trax has put, you poured the Coke too fast and the fizz froze. What a noob. The fizz froze? It's not frozen. It's not frozen. It's just weird. It's gone gloopy. Indeed Prime. Did the newsletter say giveaways? Who do you think you are? Grind Time? Yeah, it did. Nexus put, my current alliance should be able to reach the 1.5 mil. I just want the resources. Yeah, fair point. Yeah. Oh, Autobot Phil's put, we drink root beer floats in the US. That's just weird, isn't it? Yeah, Volcanicus number one is it's sad to hear companies laying off before the holidays are bad luck. Yeah, I don't think it was to do. Like, I think it's just badly timed, really. But from what I've heard, is what's going to happen is this is just me sort of reading in between the lines, reading a few news things, reading a few interviews. I like to delve into things. Um, is that what they've done? Is that they've they're making Space Ape in London their Supercell UK office. That's what I think is happening, and I think they're going to bring some employees over or in, whatever, into the office. I think they are going to make Space Ape their Supercell office. I'm pretty sure of that. That was said in an interview. But why did let people go? Streamlining, bringing people in. I'm not too sure, but I presume it's something about that. I think. Cool. Right, let's go into the first subject. Oops, sorry, too slow. Cool. So, if you remember a while back, there was an event. I won't give away too early. There was an event, and I wasn't really happy with the award for some of the top players. And I just said it's Dale, and Dale was like, "No, I think it's warranted. I think it's all right." And I was like, "Well, I don't think it is." And we sort of agreed to disagree. And then something happened last week, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, that doesn't make sense." And I was like, "Well, that just backs up what I said." So Dale's wrong. That's pretty much it, really. And not that it's wrong, not that it's like anything like that, but it just backed up my version of the argument rather than Dale's. So, what that was is cast your mind back to when we did the event to celebrate Transformers 1, and the ape said we are giving away 5-star Blaster and 5-star Soundwave to everyone. Brilliant idea, brilliant thing to do for the community. Brilliant, can't fault that one bit. Now, some players were saying, well, I've already got a 5-star Blaster and 5-star Soundwave. What happens with me? And the ape said, well, like with most 5-star dupes, which you can't really get, really, but when you do, you get 500 5-star shards. And I thought, 500 5-star shards, that's not a lot. They're getting the equivalent of 5,000 shards. You know, if they were going for that batch, it saves them 5,000 shards getting that bot. But if I went for that batch, I'd have to spend 5,000 shards because I'm only getting 500. I'm only saving 500 shards because I've got that bot. So I said, Dale, that's not fair. I said, I understand not giving people 5,000 shards because they're getting Blaster and Soundwave only. If we got 5,000 shards instead of that, we could go pick any bot from any batch. And, okay, you could argue that, yeah, but top players have spent that much and all this that they could maybe deserve that. Maybe, I'm not going to argue against that too much. But the point being is, I thought that there needed to be somewhere in the middle. 500 wasn't enough. So I said to Dale, I think 2,500 shards is a good amount to get a duplicate 5-star. I think 500 is a bit stingy. And Dale was like, no, I think that's pretty good. I think that's a good amount. It's like, okay, I don't think so. And then, fast forward to last week's event. If you remember what they did, they said, listen, we're going to give away a 4-star non-dupe crystal. Brilliant, great prize, unbelievable. Love that. Great for new players. But what happens if the top players have got all the 4 stars? Oh, well, you get 500 5-star shards. Oh, hang on. So, if you get a dupe 4-star, because you've got all the 4 stars, you get 500 5-star shards towards a 5-star. That makes sense because duplicate 4 stars gives 5 stars. Now, you don't want 185 stars because you get that for a dupe 4-star anyway. So, giving 500 is like, you know, a bit of a token gesture to say, yeah, but if you've got all the 4 stars in the game, then this is a token gesture of getting 500 5-star shards for opening a 4-star dupe. So how is it you get a 4-star non-dupe crystal and get 500 shards, but you get a duplicate 5-star crystal and you get 500 shards? Ape maths doesn't work. That doesn't work out one bit. Give me my 2,000 shards. 5-star duplicate should be 2,500 shards. End of discussion. Can't argue with Dale. I know it's not just Dale, obviously. I know it's, behind the scenes as well. No one can sit there and tell me that that is fair. I am not having it one bit. Nope. Wozza wins the argument. Wozza is right, yet again. I want 2,500 shards for a Duke 5-star. Next time I'm obviously doing an interview with Dale, I'll be like, hey, explain these maths to me. Explain them. Because they make no sense to me. But hopefully we can turn this around, and next time they do give a 5-star away, and we've got this bot already, we can fight for it and go, no, listen, it should be 2,500. It should be 2.5 5-star shards. A decent amount. What do you guys think? I can't see anyone saying, no, Wozza, we just want 500. Come on, let's do some proper maths, and let's get some decent shards for these Duke 5-stars, eh? Come on. Owen Denell Kid has donated. Thank you. So he's put, what's good, Sunstreaker Wozza? I am patient waiting for Nightbeat to make his appearance to Earth Wars. What do you think? I've actually done a video on my top 20 bots I would like to see coming to Earth Wars. That'll be released sometime over the next month. When that comes out, go and check that out. It kind of backs up what you're saying there, to be fair. He is in that list. But I've no doubt that if you go and check that list out, whatever I pick for number 1, I won't give it away. I can't see you disagreeing with that. Yeah, Dustin Brilliance, but I agree with that 5-star shard analogy. 2,500 5-star shards would be ideal. 4 stars 180, 5-star shards for a dupe. Yep. J-Raz put 2,500 5-star shards would be more fair. And that non-dupe last week gave me 4-star Inferno. Now just missing 4-star Slipstream. 8 math, no work. Times put. Yeah, Stinger's put. I still have my Blaster 5-star crystal unused because of all that. Hoping that they might give more out. I don't blame you. I thought about it as like, that ain't gonna happen. Sunstrike, what about 2,000? Yeah, anything like that. Listen, more than 500. 500 is not enough. And like I said today as well, I said you get a dupe 4-star and you get shards towards the next star level. So you get a dupe 4-star, you get 5-star shards. You get a dupe 3-star, you get 4-star shards. You get a dupe 2-star, you get 3-star shards. It works to the next level. So how would you get a dupe 5-star and you can't get 6-star shards? So surely you should have a massive chunk of 5-star shards. Trackspin Lancaster put, was us right on the shards? I know I'm right. You don't need to tell me. I know it. I know. Dale, take note and listen. Yeah, listen, it wasn't Dale that set it up. It was obviously Hyro. But Dale was like, no, I think it's fair. And to fair to Dale as well, he will stand there sometimes and go, yeah, you kind of got a point. But he was firm on this and he was like, no, I think he's got it right. And now I'm saying, nah. Johnny Butler's put Wozza for Prime Minister. I wouldn't go that far. God. I'd kill the economy. Because I'd be like, sort that out, that's not fair. Sort that out, sort this out. Decimus, you are right. I know these things. Michael Cooper's put, I'm surprised I didn't get Gears as the last bot for the year. I'm sure we'll see him. I'm sure. Strike Hyro moment, yeah. Grand Times put, sure hope one of the kids don't work up beside wasn't right before he coughs. Why? Nick says the more they give me 5-star shards, the more I get happy. Easily pleased then. Johnny Butler, it would be mental. J-Raz put, wasn't the max 5-star shards you could get in the Soundwave Blast event like 2,180? No, you probably got shards. You probably got like shards in it. But I mean, for the actual crystal itself, it was 500 shards, which was Crap. Grandson, could you turn and cough all over them? Right, hang on. So? My kids can get coughed on. Sod them. Let them be coughed on. They don't like it, they can go and live somewhere else. Michael Cooper was a Minister for Mental Affairs. Mental Affairs. I like that. I like that title. I should go for that title for mental affairs. Yeah, but that sounds like mental health. I couldn't do that. No, I couldn't be dealing with that. No, I'm all for mental health, but I couldn't be dealing with that as Prime Minister. Jesus. Too many snowflakes sometimes, sadly. Shock bomb. Was I sound like Yanis? I don't sound like Yanis. Definitely not. Definitely don't sound like Yanis. Shiny523, thanks for joining the stream as well. Thank you. Good to see you, buddy. I sent you a message online. Don't be ignorant. I made a right move today, huh? See, you've built my ego up by trying to get you Prime Minister. My ego's too high. I need to get brought down to earth again. Right, okay, what's next? Right, weapon level 11. So, it was announced that it slipped in weapon level 11. I always say ability 11, but it's level 11. But it just slipped in, they said. So I was like, okay, slipped in, that's a bit weird, but obviously I know that previously they usually balance these things. They say they've got a 5-star version in the game, in the files, ready to go, just not been balanced and made, just a 4-star version with a bit of an uplift. So I thought, oh, okay, it might have been pre-programmed, might have been pre-done, and they flipped the switch by accident, and they've gone, oh, well, you know what, we might as well release it now. It was probably coming at some point anyway. There you go, guys, enjoy it. So I was like, okay, don't read too much into it. So we're going to have a look at some of the level 11s for these combat-owned weapons now as well. And so I'll have a look through and see, like, is there any that are, like, stand out good? So we've also done a review of the few that got released first. We're sort of, like, testing the water and brought a few out. Then they brought some more out, which were like, nah. And so now they're just going to have the rest. So let's have a look. So we spoke previously about obviously Nightstick being absolutely amazing. So his damage boost up to 41%, which is actually a standard now for most of the bots that give normal damage if you bot to 32. The 41% is actually quite normal. But the difference to this one is that it also gives you a 30% life drain as well. So the main thing about Nightstick is that life, that healing, that life drain that he gets. So it's not just a damage boost, but it's a life drain. And because you're doing more damage and you're getting more of a life drain, it doubles up into even more healing. So Nightstick is still the standout one for me. Yes, this has been out before, it's nothing new, but I'm just saying this is what we're looking for. We're looking for not just a damage increase or a health increase. We're looking for something else that makes the combat what it is. And to give you an idea, on the flip side, we talked about glitch. And when you look at glitch, it just gives you a more of a critical chance. And I was like, meh, that's alright. But, if it gave you 2.5 more damage, or it gave you 35% more from all sources, more damage, it'd be a bit more worthwhile. Or maybe give it that and the critical chance. 2 parts to it. So although this is a alright upgrade for glitch, it's not something that I would just throw a binary bond at. They're hard to get, they're hard to achieve, they're expensive. It's not something to just throw around. So yes, it is in-game content, but it's something to be careful with. So with Nightstick sort of being the bar, with maybe Flak being a close second, because it's 47% over 5 rockets. So it's 8% over 5, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40% increase in damage, if maths are right. So yeah, that's quite good. That's the bar we're looking at. A decent upgrade that you're going to notice on the battlefield. That you're going to go, wow, this is well worth that binary bond. So I thought to myself, well, I'm going to look at some of the more prevalent combats and weapons that are used in the game. We could go through every single one. I think we're going to be here for quite a while. But we're going to look at some of the main ones that people are using. I think that the main combat to sort of come out this year that everyone's kind of using is CL. It seems that everyone's using CL rather than Rung. I wasn't too sure when it came out. Thought it was very similar to Rung. And so let's have a look at CL. Let's have a look at Rung. Compare the two in terms of level 11. So the good thing about CL is that you get the 2 compartments for a binary bond. So you get an increase in reflection to 28%. That's alright. It's not amazing. But a 12% zone heal, which is pretty good, to be fair. Extra 12% zone heal. And if you look at Rung, they were looking at sort of similar stats as well. But instead of the reflection, it's the protection. So I think CL and Rung are still good options. I've actually upgraded Kunai by accident. But Kunai, it kind of just increases the healing a bit. It's nothing crazy. Again, nothing really impressive. Buzz Strike, damage boost. I was quite disappointed by this. You know, I mean, you got hack immunity. You can't change that. The 32 DPS to 41%. But make it 4 seconds as well. Or make it 2.5 times the bot's DPS. Just give it a bit more rather than just damage increase. Because we see this damage increase on quite a few bots. It's the same on Windstrike as well. And it's similar on Top Shot. I think it's got an area increase, just the one. So there's quite a few bots like that where they've just got a bit of a damage increase. Pinpointer, you got a bit more of a life drain, but it's only 10%. And it's 10% of his damage, so the damage does equate into it. But I don't think that 10% is as much. When you look at the 10% there, and you compare that to the Nightstick, you know what I mean, of being 30% life drain, as well as a 9% damage increase. You know, it's 30%. It's a big uplift. You know, that's what we want to see in these. It's like a 30% uplift. You know, you got a 24% there for Top Shot, another 24%, but considering Top Shot doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, 24% is not actually that much. So, not really impressed with the damage increase bots like Windstreak, like Buzz Strike, bots like that. Not really impressed. Then we go to the likes of NRX. NRX is massive in the meta at the minute, used a lot by a lot of people, and it's a health boost. That's it. You know, instead of that, should have had, instead of 32% health boost going to 35, 3% is nothing. It should have granted additional healing as well. The health of when he becomes a weapon, when he sort of, you know, upon death into a minion, 2000 is here and there. So I wouldn't waste a binary bond on Enerax. Then we're going to look at Jazzy, massive on defense at the minute. But 3% protection again, just 3%. You know, rather than that, every 15 seconds gain 25% health maybe, or something like that. Or dealing 2 times the bot's DPS and disabling shields. Just something else. You know, a lot of these have 2 compartments. They all should have 2 compartments. I think. Zor again, just health and damage increase. All the minions have got this. Stripes, health and damage. So all the minions, just health and damage. I just think that's very lazy programming, just to give the minions go across the board, give them health and damage increase. There's no thought into it. Same with Sidetrack as well, just health and damage. SB Optimus Prime is health, damage, and a damage boost though, as well. So there is a 3rd compartment to this. So they've actually thought a bit into this one, I think, and gone, maybe we should give it a bit extra, a bit of something. And so I don't mind that too much. That there's 3 compartments. The health and damage is here and there. It's not going to do much, but I do like the fact that they actually put a 3rd compartment on there. So it means they've thought about it, at least the new content. Big Daddy again, just health and damage increase. So not much of a change there. Then if we go on to weapons, so this is what I was most excited about. I thought this would be pretty cool. Weapons are quite big in the meta right now. Everyone's sort of going for weapons. They cost 7,500 shards rather than 5,000 shards. So maybe, just maybe, they gave them that bit extra. And I was intrigued, thinking like, this could be the one where people really segregate weapons from combats, and this is where they excel. So Cosmic Rust Blaster gets damage boost, just a standard damage boost, which all the other combats got. You can see 32 to 41%. You can see there, just a standard damage boost. I was like, okay, well, it's just that. Sword of Balance gets a 1% ability upgrade. 1%. I think that's one of the worst ones in the game. 1%. And it seems to me, like, because you've got Amalgamous, because you've got this, you've got all this ability level on Sentius and everything else, like that, and all this on it, gone, oh, well, we can't go above 27%. We'll make it 28. Well, if that's your ceiling, 27%, and you're worried that 1% is going to give him that bit extra, then give him extra reflection instead. I don't understand it. Increase the pulse instead. Do something else. Rather than giving 1%. 1 million combat spark and a binary bond for 1% ability damage. Now, when you're talking 1% ability damage, I think I've already got the 4-star. But we're talking 1%. It's quite easy to work out. Sentis Magnus, 4-star maxed. So, he does 2,700 damage. So, divide that by 10. That's 274. And divide it by 10 again. That's an extra 27 damage a second for 10 seconds, which is 270 damage. You're getting an extra. So, at night now, it does 27k damage. And you're getting an extra 274 damage. Just madness. Absolute madness. 1%. It's almost insulting getting 1% increase in ability damage. Anyone who's done this, if I had 100 binary bonds, I wouldn't even use it for this. Really, really poor. And so, can Forge of Soulless Prime steal it out the bag? It's actually not bad. This is the one weapon where I'm like, it's not too bad. I don't think it hit it out the park, but I think out of the 3 weapons, it's probably the best one. And it's probably the best weapon as well, to be fair. So the bot combined the damage boost up to 2.2. It's not great, but it's more. But then the healing amount was up to 28% as well. But again, it's got 2 compartments. So we talk about these, these weapons and these combats having 2 compartments as a minimum. I think that should be a standard for all level 11s. For all these, it should have 2 compartments. Other than that, it looks like really lazy programming. Giving health and DPS to a minion should be standard, and something that makes that combat unique. So Dial, give it double the fire. For Zor, give him more range or something. Just give them something else to make it beneficial, rather than just health and DPS, which is lazy. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Are any of these you've done already? Are you impressed by any of these? Is there any you're looking forward to? Have you used any binary bonds already? What have you used them on already? Let me know. But for me, there's a few standout ones like CL, like Nightstick, Forge of Soulless Prime. I'll probably stick it on those. Maybe Flak. After that, I'm not too bothered. Not too bothered. I mean, people will say, yeah, but if you're getting 3% on everything and you've got 8 combats in your team, it does add up. Yeah, granted. But then, are you willing to go and spend maybe $500 on binary bonds to go and do that? To give your team like 5% increase? That's the big question you need to ask yourself. The cost involved. Have a think, guys. Let's have a look. Oh, Shannon, just seen that you replied. Cool. Nice one, bud. I'll have a look in a bit. I was getting ready for the stream. Oh, shot bomb means like as in like if the kids don't like it, live somewhere else. That's not like Yanis. Yeah, that does it fair. Yeah. Track support. Don't forget top shot is level 11 now. Yeah, I'm not a big not really keen on that. Decimus. Any word on the train bots abilities? They're not coming out as bots. They're coming out as parts. So like a Mega Supreme, you'll get this. I know it's a bit complicated, but weird. But you'll get the trains as a part. So you'll get one train, two train. But I always wonder, like, what would happen if you did an event and only got half the trains? Don't know. Weird, eh? Um. Yeah, Candyman about sword of balance. Yeah, shocking. Ramquake, I think it's so rare for SA to give a 5-star away that we're unfortunate to have it already. Then we should be just giving it again so you get 5k for another one. Yeah, but I understand they're giving 5k, which means you can go pick any. It's not exactly the same, is it really? You know, giving a specific anything, giving a specific something away, and then giving the alternative is a bit different. If that makes sense. So, because if they give 5-star shards, you can go and buy. This is why they do this in games, though. If you get 5,000 5-star shards, it means you can go get a mega part. It means you can go and get bots. It means you can upgrade a combiner. It means you can do ranks. You can do anything. But if they give you a bot, they're giving you a bot. That's it. That makes sense. So it's less worth. When they give you something, it has less worth. Now I agree with that. I understand 5k shards. It's not worth 5k shards for me, but it's worth more than 500. That's the point I'm making. They should give you maybe 2,500 or 2,000, say, and go, listen, because we're giving them specific batch, specific bot. Because then if they're giving everyone 5-star shards who's already got it, the players that are getting Soundwave and Blaster could say, well, why can't we just have 5,000 shards? You kind of saying, listen, do you want the bot or do you want 2,500 5-star shards? So there's got to be some sort of playoff. Dustin's but I've got almost 3.5 million combiner spark, only 360k spark, and 260k combat spark. Combat spark needs to be more abundant in the game. I think I've got a lot of combat spark actually. It depends. If you're upgrading all your combats, then yeah, it's gonna take you a lot of combat spark. But a top tip is don't take it to 10, take it to 9. Honestly, like I'm a real advocate for that of not maxing bots out. Again, people will say, yeah, but all little 5% add up, and I'm like, yeah, but not that much of a difference, really. Huh. Dale's giving me that, but I can't give him away. Kind of. I think. I don't know. Good to know though. But yeah, look at my combiner spark. Wrong place. Yeah, I got 5.5 mil. But you see there, some are still at 9. Yeah, look a lot at 9. You see, look, and then the ones I don't really use a lot of at 8, 9, 6, 10, 4's at 9. So, it's just being cautious with that's all. Just don't invest too much in 4 stars and don't invest too much in ones that you aren't going to use a lot of. They're not like top tier. J-Rad, would you know if they're going to add BBE in the future Combat 50k events? I don't know. They said they will eventually. They might put them in the past, maybe, but long time down the road. Yeah, NWC is put Love Nightstick having with Slingshot. Yeah, best combat in the game. SBOP on Leo is amazing. I don't think I've got SBOP on Leo myself. Didn't get the 5-star, I don't think. No, didn't go for the 5-star. I went for weapon instead. Went for Forged Souls Prime. Got Cosmic Rust Blaster. Realised Forged Souls Prime was not in that batch. Was gonna hit up what's it called? Email put a ticket in. Yeah, email whatever. Email SA, put a ticket in, and then tried, realised can't do it on PC, and then thought I can't bother logging in on my phone. Didn't bother. I'll send the G1s out. We'll have a look at the game anyway. Sunstreaker, they wanted to do a week ability percentage should boost the pulse. Yeah, I agree. In terms of Senses Prime, yeah. MD Prime, I did Kunai for my Wheeljack, is my second favourite. But yeah, listen, if it suits you, fair enough. I just didn't think we got enough of a boost from it. Shopbox put Wozza, you said event info is on Discord. Newsletter is out, it's not on Discord. To be fair, the newsletter has just come out about an hour ago, to be fair. But is the event on Discord? Let's have a look. Maybe not. They sent the G1 cores out. Event updates, let's have a look. No, it's not on there, to be fair. I'm sure it will be though. I'll have a word with Dale. Snowy Days, anything new on Volcanicus next year? That's the only new thing there is. Candyman's put Prime Shard events are pretty pointless now. They should have some binary bond events instead. Well, they would argue that the binary bond events are the leaderboard events. That's what their argument would be, because they see the binary bonds as the massive new content that everyone is chasing. But I think they've underplayed it, because the binary bonds aren't amazing. They're okay, but they're not worth the value they're placing them. But they do this all the time. They bring something out and they overvalue it. That's Hyro sort of maybe his good point for the game lasting so long, but also his downfall as well. That knowing the value, that when something's come out, like I talked today about Mark IV Boost being behind a paywall, which is absolute madness that Boost is behind a paywall. So, you know, these things like that, and you're like the bundles that have like Golden Lagoon in them and or 13 for combiners, you're like, you're not gonna use both. Why put them both in? Just massively overvalued. But yeah, the Prime Core Shard events, I understand that for newer players, they are vital, those events, because they need to get all the Prime Cores and they are important. Imagine starting again now and having to get all the Prime Cores on offense and all the Prime Cores on defense as well. Imagine that. It's absolutely mental. Not said it for a while. Mental. But I don't mind them putting the Prime Core Shards in events, but a Prime Core Shard event. But then I also understand not having events for everyone, but I just think there's not a lot of events for top players now, because you've only got really endurance and leaderboards top players. Outside of that, nah, they're all pretty meh. So I understand having Prime Core Shards still around, but I don't agree with running Prime Core Shards events still. They need to put them in somewhere else. Grand times. I have one binary bond collecting dust. Want to be sure what I want to do with it before I use it. Well, you can put a nightstick, obviously, but after that, it's up to you, really, I think. Dustin Brilliance put same for me, but I don't have enough combat spark. That's the annoying thing. Why would you need combat spark as well? A million is crazy. They overplayed it, not underplayed it. No. Overplayed, underplayed, overplayed, underplayed. I don't know. I said that. Yeah, Grand Transport. I will not chase a binary bond. No. Killsticker's put Hyro is just greedy and actively needs to earn his pension. I understand though that the game. Listen, I am under no illusions that without Hyro, this game would have been gone a long time ago. That's a fact, because it has been tight with things. But there's certain things to be tight with, and certain things not to be. That's my point. You know, there's certain things that I'm like, I don't know, just too far. Baltimore Phil's, but why do they think those BBs are so great that items you only get to use passively? I don't know. Last prize, but with the BB, I have no intent on chasing them. Because a lot of money, splurging with a guaranteed or 1% luck. Yeah, even the binary bond crystals are shocking. 1%, so yeah. Time. He said, mental, take a shot. It's mental, you're taking shots at this time of day. Quiddy Fox has put, I wish they would bring out the last defensive prime core. Next year, I think, at some point. I think, but they need to work out what they're doing. So. Oh, Grind Transport on YouTube just kicked me out again. It must something to do with adverts. It must be. I've not put any adverts on, but it must be. NWC, will we see a new level for headquarters soon? No, not anytime soon. The apes have said that the game is currently a bit too hard for most players. And so they want to bring out some decent bots, whatever, make the game a bit easier, let them catch up, whatever. If you ask people at the top levels of the game, they'll probably say it's about right. And I'm getting to that point now where if you've got a few of the overpowered bots in the game, then it's kind of a bit easy. But without them, it's very hard. So I didn't go for some of the endurance bots early in this year, and then I was struggling a bit. And then all of a sudden, once I got Leo Prime, it just became very easy again, and leveled up Optimus just became very easy again. And so some bots make it very easy. I think Beachcomber was my tipping point, because Beachcomber came out and just killed my whole team, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. So they need a proper counter. You can hack Beachcomber, but there's not enough counters for Beachcomber. And I've said a long time that Marvel Strike Force has got it spot on in terms of counters. They brought out Old Man Logan, and he was overpowered to hell, and he was. And now all they've done is spent a lot of time bringing out counters. They brought out Spider Society. It was a great team, and all they've done since is bring out counters. So that's what you do. You bring out a great bot. You make everyone chase it. So everyone that's done that endurance event and leveled it and spent money leveling it, spent money getting it, then has an advantage. And you go, oh my god, I need that in my team, because it makes it so much easier. And then everyone goes and chases it. And then in about 6 months' time, 4 months' time, something like that, you start to bring out counters and you monetize that. And people go, oh my god, I need that counter so that other people don't find the game easy. And then you go and monetize that, and you go and chase that counter. And then guess what you do then? You go and bring out something else overpowered, and you go, oh my god, this is overpowered, I need it. Rinse and repeat. It's literally that easy. But what you do is you bring out an endurance bot, and then you bring out a combat in 6 months. Then you bring out an endurance bot, and you bring out a combat in 6 months. Then you bring out an endurance bot and a combat in 6 months. So the combat or the core, whatever, always counteracts it. So they should be sat there thinking, right, what we're doing for a bot, and how can we make this overpowered and then solve it in about 6 months' time. So, for example, they brought out Arc, which cancels healing, does a load of damage to the shield gen. Great idea. Then they brought out an anti-acid core. Great idea. Brilliant. I love that change in meta. People start thinking outside the box then of using different ways to kill the shield gen. Genius. Do I think they did that on purpose? No. I think they just happened. I think it just went, oh, what was lucky. You know, but they need to think about these things. You know, at the minute, there's a lot of focus on the shield gen, things like that. Leo Prime makes it too easy. We've got anti-fire calls that aren't working. Listen, we're going to bring out a combat that stops all fire damage in an area. Bring out a core that stops all fire damage in an area. I don't know, just something else. We need some sort of counter for Leo Prime. We need also some sort of counter for Beachcomber. Then we need also something more on defense to make it a bit harder. But we need to bring out the bot ones first to make it a bit easier. I would say something to counter Beach first to make the game easier. Then something to counter Leo Prime to make the game harder. Then another bot to make the game easier. Then I would bring out something. I would bring out, as an easy one, I'd probably bring out something that deals with the cluster, the shield gen cluster. Then I'll bring out something that makes defenses in general harder, because there's too much focus on the cluster. That's the way I would see this next year. If I was at Spacer right now, I'd be like, that's it, listen. This is the next year content. This is what we're going to aim for by the end of 2025. How are we going to do that? Brainstorm session for a couple of hours. Bring Dale in, bring Art in, bring someone in. Right, we've got a meeting, bang. This is what we're going to do. Right, okay, can we do that? No, we can't do that. Right, no, there's a bit of a tech issue with that. Can we do this? Yeah, we could probably do that. Well, actually, that's a bit crap though, isn't it? Well, we had this. Right, okay, that could be... That's the first bot. Right, what we do for second bot? And just go through. I know Dale said, oh, sometimes there's licensing issues, things like that. But I'm sure you can change the bot. And go, right, well, okay, it needs to do this. So it needs to be Warrior. So we can't have, like, obviously a flimsy bot. What other bot can we use, Hasbro? But it needs to be this sort of style. and put that to them, and work with them. I don't know if it's just Hasbro's go, you've got to use this one. Well, I would say, well, we need to sort of work on it a bit. It's not working for the game. And be honest with them, Um, Also, I felt like I got about 50k Prime Core shards saved up for the last defensive Prime Core. Jesus. Volcanica 69, they're coming out with HU18 Phase 4. Not anytime soon, they're not. Decimus, do you think SA is going to slow down releasing bots out this year? No, I don't think so. I think it'd be the same. Exactly the same. Volcanic 69, no more bots being released this year. You know what I mean? I mean, like, next year, 2025. Erods, how's it going? Good to see you. Decimus support Leo and OO are the best duo. Yep, definitely. See you later, Kill Sucker. Thanks for staying up so late, buddy. Volcanica 69, but I'd rather have ours than get kicked to another video. Right, we'll try something different next stream then. Last prize, but Leo was a self-inflicted accident. Yeah, probably true, actually, yeah. ZB put, would you do a video on MSF? Just wondering. I'm still a bit of a noob. I mean, I'm level 100, but I'm still a bit of a noob. I'm still finding my feet a bit. I've just, to give you an idea where I'm up to, if you play MSF, sorry. I've just got Apocalypse. I'm leveling him up. So to give you an idea where I'm at. I've not got Mephisto yet. I've just got Old Man Logan, like 5-star. So I'm way off being a good player. And there's still some things I don't understand in the game. And it's weird because look at this game and I'm like, yeah, I understand every single mechanic and I know pretty much everything in this game. So when I go and play other games, I measure myself against that same mechanic and I go, yeah, I'm way off it. I don't know. There's loads of things I don't know in this game. And let's play Marvel Rivals the other day, actually, which is pretty decent. Not like Overwatch, but different what I'm used to, like Call of Duty and stuff, like, like weird that you can't aim. But anyway, but again, I feel like such a noob because people are going like, oh yeah, this ability and this. I'm like, yeah, I ain't got a clue. Oh, it's like Overwatch. I'm like, I don't really play it, so bit weird. Oh. Sorry, Pedro Prime. What do I have to do to win the prizes? Just be in the stream, basically, and you will see later. NWC, what are your thoughts on Metal Hawk? I wasn't impressed with him really. I know some top players use him and like him. I wasn't really impressed, to be honest. So, not really. Okay. So carrying on with some bots, setups for new players, best setups, sort of ideal cores for certain individual bots. I got asked this by a few new players saying, Wozza, can you do some videos with some bots in the game and what you would use, what cores, what combats, best setups. I did do sort of best setups for general bots. But they wanted something a bit more specific. So we're doing this sort of every stream and going through some some of the top bots in the game. We're just doing like a thing of how I would set them up personally. Again, this is not like a thing where I'm going, you have to use this. It's still down to preference. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. You can do it yourself. You can change that. But I'm just saying the ones that I would use personally. So first up, so how would I set up Rook? So Rook, very good bot in the meta, very good tank. Been a bit left behind by some of the Russian warriors, but still really good. So for Rook, I would always, before his G1 came out, it would always be a G1 core. But since they brought, it would always be a Prime core. But since they brought out his G1, I kind of had my Cronus on Rook, and so it kind of made sense to put his G1 core on him with the restoration of health with the healing. So he gets 3% health every 5 seconds, and the decoy reflects damage back. Now the reflect isn't here or there really, it's okay. But the big one is obviously the restore 3% health is really good. Like I said, I had to put my Cronus on, but now I'll put my Cronus somewhere else in my team. and I had the G1 as well. So Rook gets double the healing what he did before. So his G1 is really good. But if you don't have his G1, it's not the end of the world. Just stick a Prime Core on him. After that, there's a few different combats you can put on him. If you talk to most people, they'll say Shield Run is ideal. The fact it blocks damage and the fact that it disables shields, it stuns, disables defenses, not stuns shields, sorry, disables defenses, and obviously increases the bot's health, was really beneficial. But I think that Shield Run sort of fell away a bit. If you're trying to pop Outpost and that is his solo job, then yeah, I would have Shield Run because you can get a free pop out of it. You can put him on the launch pad and he will throw Shield Run down at the start and pop the nearest outpost. But it doesn't always work well. Sometimes it will pop outpost when you don't want it to and you're not ready to. And so sometimes it's not great. So I've gone for SP Optimus Prime in this sense. The fact that it sort of grants DPS increase for bots in an area. But the equipped bot transmits 25% of the DPS as healing. Maybe a better idea on a more of a gunner, but I do like SP Optimus Prime somewhere in my team, and a 30% reflection to himself. I mean, you could put Forza Solus Prime on us. No, because it revives. I suppose another good option for him. I wouldn't put the likes of Bud Strike that stops sort of hack immunity, things like that. Jazzy, I think, is better spent on Beachcomber, but I suppose it gains extra health. But I think that in terms of Rook, you're looking at either a minion combat or you're looking at something that protects him from damage. Around there, you're looking at something that protects him from damage, shields him in some way. But yeah, Rook's one of those where there's like 101 different ways you could add to him. I had Stripes on him at one point. I've had Sidetrack on him. SP Optimus for trying that recently. I've had Big Daddy on him. I've had Trip Up on him. I've had Zora on him. I've had everything really on him, apart from things that really increase damage. But I wanted SP Optimus Prime in my team somewhere, and hence why I put it on Rook, because there was better combat elsewhere. If that makes sense. But I do like SP Optimus Prime. But like I said, maybe better on a DPS bot, but I would have him somewhere. But in terms of Rook, that's generally what I've got set up. I did have Shield on before that, but like I said, there's many options you can have a Rook. Next up, so about that I've loved for quite a while is Star Saber. So in terms of Star Saber, why has this not been set up? Why is this? Let me go into a main account. This is not set up. I set up on my main account rather than my test account. Because I had Star Saber set up. Let's have a look. I think, yeah, I sent it set up. Next up is Leo Prime. So I think you can't go wrong with his own weapon and his own combat. Specifically made for Star Saber. The V-Lock cannon, it's just, like I said, it's just designed for him. The fact that it increases damage. I love the increase in bar, increased DPS. And then I love the fact that with Victory Leo, that it also chills targets in an area, which increases survivability. Fires a grenade, dealing 20%, 120% of his bot's damage. Reducing speed as well. I just think that you can't go wrong with his G1 or his weapon, whatever you want to call it, and his combat. Again, outside of that, I was kind of struggling for cores for Star Saber. People put Megatronus on him, but it only works at before the ability and at the end of the ability. And I was honestly, before these came out, really struggling on what to put on Star Saber. So when these came out, I was like, yeah, just a match made in heaven. The fact that the Victory Leo chills targets, and in fact does extra damage against chill targets, and electrified targets because he's electric. Brilliant. It's one of the things where, you know, the apes have really thought about it, the process, and thought, right, what can we do for this bot, and just got this spot on. And I think this is the only setup you'll really see for Star Saber from any decent player that's even got this. Obviously, if you've not got this, you can't, but really, really good setup for Star Saber. V-Lock Cannon and Victory Leo. Look no further than that. If you are doing sack, then yes, you can look at minions. You might see that. But I would advise not sacking with Star Saber. It's very expensive at 10 ability points. If you're going to use him twice, it's 23. And doesn't destroy many targets either. So I wouldn't advise sack. I would stick to the setup and use Star Saber for damage and being sort of tank on its own. And mainly for like soloing zones, for zone 15 with a combiner, things like that. Next up. So next bot on the list is Blades. Oh, excuse me. So in terms of Blades, there's two setups really. It depends what you want from him. So yes, he hacks. That's going to happen regardless. But by putting an EO core on him, it means you do more damage in an area. Which then, if you're hacking that afterwards, it's going to have more chance of killing an area through the hack. Now, sometimes people would argue that, yeah, but if you use an EO core and you're destroying some of the targets at the start or very quickly, then the hack doesn't get the complete benefit by destroying all the targets. But then the counter to that is then, well, why are you hacking it then? Do you not want it to? And if you use a second ability, that's definitely going to kill it. So why would you not want it to clear it out? But there's no right and wrong answer there. You will get two people that will argue either side of the argument. And both are right. Neither are wrong, both are right. It's down to preference. But I would either say go with an enhanced ordnance core or go with a prime core. Because we talk about in teams trying to fit prime cores in. And I've said in the past that most air bots will have an enhanced ordnance, but it's not essential for Blades. It's not like be all and end all. You've got to have an EO core like most jets. So it's an opportunity to have a jet in your team and not have an EO core and have a prime core fit somewhere. So having a prime core is just as beneficial as an enhanced ordnance, but just keep in mind that you're going to lose that bit of extra damage that might clear that area. It's a bit of a gamble you take. In terms of combat bots, you would generally have any range combat bot, and every time we talk about a gunner or talk about an air class bot, we say Nightstick is the one to go for, flak maybe. But the one difference with an air class bot is Pinpointer. And because most air bots have really high DPS of 886, which, okay, maybe it's not like crazy high, it was back in the day, but it's still really, really good. Having Pinpointer having that bit more damage, having him do more damage to wall, which is not really a problem really now anymore, but it gets you through them. But that drain, that 85% heal of what damage you're doing, because they're doing such high damage as jets, Pinpointer is a decent option. But keep in mind, it hasn't got the range of the likes of Nightstick and Flak. It has got a bit shorter range and doesn't shoot over walls, it shoots at walls. So it changes his pathing. So you have to understand that. So it's a question of, do you want Pinpointer that heals? And it's really good. Any combat that heals is really good. I'm just going to put that out there. So having Pinpointer that heals is a really good option. But it also changes the pathing, makes him shoot at walls, not over them, so it can be a bit of a problem. But again, this is one of those where some people argue, saying, no, you don't want Pinpointer for them reasons, because it doesn't shoot over walls, because it shoots at walls, shorter range. And you've got the other side of the argument where people will say, no, you want Pinpointer in your team because of the healing. Any bot that heals is good. And so that's the one where I would maybe try and fit Pinpointer in. But again, it would rather have Nightstick, it'd rather have Flak, rather have Top Shot. Then I don't see, again, a lot of people arguing that and saying like, oh no, you can't. Again, it's kind of down to preference. Me personally, I think Nightstick can be better placed elsewhere, on maybe gunners or someone else that's not air class, because you've got the one maybe air class bot in your team. Sorry, it's a good opportunity to use pinpointer, and so I'd say pinpointer is probably the option for putting on blades. Just stick there. Obviously, the 5-star version. I'm just doing this for the show. There we go. Cool. Next up, Tracks. Tracks, one of the best 4-stars in the game because there is no 5-star version. Let me just change this a minute. I'm wasting so much. Oh my god, why have I had this set up? Let me try my... What's going on? I'm not wasting a lot of energy. I'm sure I had all these set up, but what's going on? I was really prepared for this. I actually did this like 2 days ago in preparation. So unless it was just Star Saber not set up. Weird. Why about an update this time now? Interesting. There we go. Let's try again. No, let me set this up a minute. No. Where is it? There we go. That's what I want, don't I? Here we go. Where is it? There we go. Cool. And where is it? And the next bot that we're going to cover is Tracks. So Tracks, the best 4-star in the game in the terms that he doesn't have a 5-star version, and yet he's still used by top players in the game. The best 4-star without a 5-star version in the game. And the best setup for Tracks that most people use is Flak and Primer. And the reason for that is that Primer is kind of an essential thing within your team. The fact that what it does is, it doesn't give your bot just more damage, but enemies hit by your basic attack take 22% extra damage from all sources for 5 seconds. So when you hit them with Primer, they take more damage, they die easily. So it gives you more DPS for your whole team. Now, because Flak fires 5 rockets in an area, it means that Primer affects more targets, and so your bots are doing more damage against more targets in that area. So that is generally what you will see 80% of setups, I would say. If you're not happy with that, some people will put Primer elsewhere. Some people won't use Tracks for that reason. I don't know. But what you can do is, again, you can replace this for any ranged combat, nightstick, pinpointer, flak, top shot. Any of them will really do. But we talk about the core is the main sort of talking point. So it's got to be a prime core, regardless. This is where you could maybe fit Alpha Trion in. Because it's a support bot, you can maybe put Micronus on and keep him in that area. Some people even put Quintus on. I'm not a fan of that. I like my Quintus on a high HP bot and use the Shark as a shield. Some people will put Quintus on a high damage bot so their Sharks have more damage but die easily. And the counter argument for that is that the Sharks die anyway quite easy, so you want to do a lot of damage before they die. So why not put it on a high DPS bot? And there's no one better than Tracks. So I would say if I was going to put Quintus on a high DPS bot, for that reason, the only bot I would choose is Tracks personally. Because we talk about other bots needing EO cores, needing damage, needing elsewhere. He's lucky enough being a support bot. He doesn't do damage that he doesn't need an enhanced ordnance core. He doesn't need that EO core. And so for me, it's got to be a prime core in some way. So again, I think Primer and Flak is the perfect setup. But if you're not happy with Primer and Flak, choose something different than Flak if you want, or keep Flak regardless, and pick a Prime core for whatever suits. You know, we say there's certain Prime cores that you need to get in your team somehow. And so if you look at your war team and go, you know what, I need to get my Cronus in there somehow, and I don't know how because all the bots I've got a certain core, then Trax is actually an option for putting my Cronus in there. If you haven't got Trax in your team, consider putting him in. The fact that he can block damage, if you get rid of FFDs, the fact that you put Micronus on him, then he can heal as well. You know, you can put all these things to make him a pure support bot for your team. So it's a different option as well. So do you want him for attack, so he loads of damage and support? Or do you want him pure support? I would think about that and then make the decision on what setup you want for Trax. Let's see what you guys sort of think. Decimus support Rook, Quintus and Terra are hard to bring down. Definitely, most definitely. Kakusin, 4-star, no dupe for 5 stars, fine. Yeah, I agree. The dupe blaster when I had 5-star blaster was not good. Yeah, I agree with that one. Yeah, 2.5k 5-star shards minimum for a 5-star dupe. Yeah. I'm fine with the grind or pay, but that's just generally, yeah, really. D. Edward, what do you think are the best Autobots? So I generally always do rating videos, batches, best bots in the game, things like that. Go and check them out. I'll probably do a new one in the new year with some of the more recent bots in that. But go and check out my videos of rating bots, things like that. That's the best thing to do. Decimus support blades, Vector and Sidetrack used to pull down pods down at the start of the bottle. Do you mean where you drop blades and drop Sidetrack and you take out an area with Sidetrack? If that's what you mean, yeah, do that. Can't back our writers, but oh, Freeze is about to start a stream. It needs two heavyweights going head to head tonight. Well, if I can do really, sorry. sorry, Freeze. Thanks for subscribing, Brian Sitzman as well. Trax Penelanka support. I put Nexus on Trax and a Trenchfoot on him. Yeah, decent option. Yeah. And do we see I have Trax and Chroma on defense? Cool. Yep. Robin Armstrong's put. I put Primer and Flak on my 5-star pro. Yeah, Primer and Flak can go on any gunner or any jet in that. Really, it works. So yeah, cool. Primer and Top Shot. Yeah, that's another option. Yeah, but also Top Shot does a lot less damage. So let's just consider that as well. Yeah, cool. What we're going to do now is, before we look at the new bot, we're going to do some giveaways. So Dale has said that I can do some 5-star shards, some Saber passes, and I'm going to give some Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystals away. So Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystals are easy. Anyone that is in the stream right now, hit me up on Discord and you can have a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal. Dead simple. Find me on Discord, Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal. Hit me up on Discord. I will give you until tomorrow to hit me up on Discord. I'm quite easy to find. Sunstreaker Wozza. I will give you a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal just for being in the stream. Easy. Giveaway done. But we're also going to give away some 5-star shards. And I've done some giveaways in the past for members. So, and for non-members, things like that. So we're going to make it dead easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly give some side passes out and some 5-star shards from people that have been in the chat and talking, basically. So the more you've been talking, the more you've been asking questions, the more you've been interacting in the chat, the more chance you're going to have. Dead simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 giveaways for... I'll do 2 giveaways for non-members, and I'll give away 3 for members only as well. And then I'm going to do the same for side pass as well. So let's go give away 5 side passes and 5 times 500 shards for people that have been chatting in the chat. So if you decide to chat right now, I did say at the start, if you're new to the stream, if you are in the stream, take part, you know, ask questions, whatever, and that's the reason that I did this, to try and give it away. So let's have a look. And Grandstan's put interact. It's a bit late now, isn't it? So I'm going to scroll back upwards. It's a bit late now. So let's just do a bit of scrolling. So I'm not going to look. Bit of scrolling. So who are we on? We're on Carnage Mac. All right. I'm going to write this down. So Carnage Mac. All right. Hit me up on Discord. You have won 500 5-star shards. Let's find someone else that's not a member. Let's go. If it lands on a member, I'll just pick the person next to it. Then we'll give away some member ones as well. Who have we got here? Who's this? No. Can I make it right again? No, I can't do two. That's unfair, isn't it? Oh my god. Let's have a look. Oh, Decimus. Where became a member. There you go. Oh, I'll put Decimus as one of my member ones. I can't really do him two. Gonna be a member and non-member. So Decimus as a member. Let's pick another non-member. There we go. Let's go down. Who have we got here? Trax Penny Lancaster, one of my member ones. There we go. And then we're going to do one for a member, one for non-member. Let's have a look. Scroll down. Who we got? Shockbomb 28. Well done. Shockbomb 28. So next, we're going to scroll again. I'm going to scroll right the way down, then up a bit, and then go there. So the closest member to ever picked. The closest member is Grind Time. Grind Time, complaining about being kicked. Well done. You have won 500 shards as well. Cool. Now let's give away some side passes. I love doing these giveaways. Nice easy one. Nice stabbies. Traditional stabbies. E-Rods. You have won a pass as well. Cyber Pass, congratulations. Merry Christmas. Let's have a look. Who else? Volcanicus 69. Congratulations. I'm not just going to do member ones because I imagine most members actually have the pass and get the pass. So I'm just going to give them out if it's members or not, these ones. Have a look. Just prove I'm not jinxing it. Sunstrike. Cyber pass for you as well. Well done, Sunstrike. Let's do a couple more. Let's go right up. What's that off now? Right up. Carnage Mac, alright. Has also won a Cyber Pass. Which is justified, really, because I did pick him up for 2 times 500 5-star shards, so that's fair, isn't it, really? And let's go right up to the start. Hang on, let's go right to the start. As far, well, no, it's not a start, so as far as I go up, and then we're going to scroll a bit down. Who have we got here now? And Michael Cooper as well. Michael Cooper has won a Cyber Pass as well. Congratulations, guys. Hopefully everyone is in. No Tracks, you won 500 5-star shards. Decimus, you won 500 5-star shards as well. Simon Hayes, damn it, 3 years, 0 wins. Simon Hayes, I'm going to send you a Cyber Pass. I'm going to pay for it myself. I will talk to Dale about it. I'm going to send you a Cyber Pass. Can't believe all that time and not won. You have won something, I'm sure. Surely you've won my gift card giveaways. Surely. Definitely. So yeah, so we've got Carnage Mac, alright, Decimus, Trax Penny Lancaster, Shockbomb 28, and Grind Time have all won 500 5-star shards. And then we've got Simon Hayes, E-Rods, Volk 69, Sunstrike, Carnage Mac, alright, and Michael Cooper. You have all won Cyber Pass as well. And everyone in the chat right now has also won a Sunstreaker Wozza Stats Crystal. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Trax Penny Lancaster, listen, no. You have won 500 shards. 5-star shards. That's what you've won. Let's just said that. Cool. Simon Hayes, I hope that the side pass is at least something I can give back to you. If 3 years you haven't won, it makes me feel really sorry for you. That I'm really sorry. I'm sure you won something. Hit up on Discord and then go look back through the chat and see what you've won. If it's a stash crystal, then that doesn't count. It's just a stash crystal. But you must have won something, surely. Yeah. Tractors, but yeah, I got that you already answered that. Yeah. Yeah, Simon Hesbrook, thanks to the offer my 11-year-old on an account, so could give him the pass. Yeah, listen, when you contact me on Discord, I will ask you for your name, alliance, things like that. Just send me his name and alliance, and we'll get it sent to your son. So yeah, says you're buying it. Cool. Right, last thing. Let's have a look at the new bot. So the new bot has gone through a few changes. There's been some back and forth in playtest, but not enough changes in that close 2 week sort of gap we've had. I always say that it needs quite a few changes. These things, a bit of a back and forth. So they did have him doing something. He was very weak. They improved him. They changed it. They made him a bit weaker. I think just made some changes last minute again as well. So been quite a few changes back and forth. And so Wing Saber. So currently this is what we're looking at. So at ability 11 at the minute. So let's just have a look at ability 11. We'll go back to the 4-star in a minute. So go into stealth mode for 6 seconds, dropping 8 3/4 bombs while flying to the target, each dealing 847 damage and applying glass gas to those hit, causing them to take 40% extra damage like standard glass gas. Also drop a payload to the final target, dealing 5,500 damage and removing any shields. Now, the criticism for this was that when he flew to the target, he was removing shields in an area. So the playtesters didn't like that. A lot of them thought that removing that shield gen area cluster made the game very easy. At the minute, they felt like it was a bit of a puzzle to be solved, which I kind of get. But I also think that, I've said in the past that I think that cluster's a bit exaggerated. The fact that it's kind of like that is the be-all and end-all of dealing with the base and everything else is irrelevant. And so I think we need to move away from that personally. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Oof. I feel like we need to go away from that and we need to start bringing up the next phase of HQ 18, maybe even HQ 19 eventually. And we need to get away from that shield gen cluster that everyone sort of deals on. So, didn't like the fact that it removes shields in an area. And so now it just removes the shield from one target. But then I thought, yeah, but if you remove the shield gen, the shield on it, shielding everything else in the area, then isn't that the same as removing shield in an area? And then I thought, yeah, but the problem being is, how else could you maybe use this? I thought, well, you could probably use some bots with a shield on defense. Maybe the likes of Beachcomber, maybe it could be a good counter for him. But I think the problem there is that on the battlefield, sometimes when you're battling with 4 or 5 bots and a combiner, maybe even Sharticons, you don't want to hit the wrong thing. And so I thought an area of removing shields was quite beneficial. I thought it'd be quite good. But the playtesters felt that an area would be a bit too much. Me personally, I quite like the idea. For other reasons other than the shield gen. I thought it was a bit one-sided, if I'm honest with you. But that's what they felt. And the 8s would agree with that. And don't forget, no matter what the playtesters say, the 8s have got the choice to say yes or no to that. And they've gone, well, okay, we agree with that. So they've gone to the one target again. It was also removing the target, removing the shield gen in one shot. And the playtesters also said that they don't feel like that's beneficial, having to just remove the shield gen, because other bots do that at a higher cost, which I kind of get. But then if we're going to make current bots not as powerful as older bots and go, well, that bot from 3 years ago does that, this one shouldn't do it for cheaper, you'll never reach the heights of that bot. because you're judging it against that bot. You need to look at old content and how can we make this a bit better. If it's giving it more range, if it's giving it more damage, there needs to be something that makes it more beneficial. So if this removed the shield gem for 3 ability points plus 4, I wouldn't be too bothered, in my honest with you. We talked about making the game easier earlier to then go and make it harder. And I said about the focus too much on the shield gen. And we've not got away from that. We're still stuck on that shield gen cluster being the be all and end all, which I'm not really pleased about. I think it's not healthy for the game just sticking on something and staying there. But anyway. Now let's have a look at the 4-star version. Just to see the difference. So going stealth mode, dropping 8 bombs, dealing 20.8 damage in an area. So they've said that they wanted to make it so that not everything was loaded into ability 11, when the ability 11 was removing shields. But I feel like that's what the main thing for the bot is. They're going into stealth mode, they're dropping the bombs in a target. Is not the bit that's beneficial. It's not the bit that attracts me to this bot. The bit that attracts me is removing the shield. And so I feel like between ability 1 and 10, the bot's not really worthwhile. And so I've got to ask, is it just sort of geared towards top players? But then I suppose if it's in an endurance event for 90k points, then yeah, maybe it is. That's why. So I'm a bit on the fence really, whether the ability 11 should be removing shields. But then the apes said that the way they see this bot working is being comboed with other bots. And at a cost of 3 plus 4, that's expensive to combo. And so you've got a playoff here. That if you want it to be combo with other bots, it needs to be cheap. And we've seen releases like Goldbug in the past and trying to hit that with Warpath, but then people have said that it gets too expensive because it does no damage on its own. It's more support, and support aspects need to be cheap. And 3 ability points for the first use is really cheap. I'm fine with that. But once you get to plus 4, it's kind of a 1, maybe 2 use bots. So what are we going to use this bot for once or twice in a battle? Removing the shield gen? Yeah, probably. Does it remove the shield gen though on its own? Do you have to combo it? The damage in a line, is it going to be enough to combo with another bot? Let's take a look.
Roll out.
So first of all, we're just going to see what range he's got, what he can do. Can he take the shield gen out on his own? Does it remove shields from other objects? Let's just see. So I'm going to put a few tanks down just to protect him. So you see there's the shield gen. So I'm going to do hit on the shield gen. You see there, it just hits for about half the health. And you see there's glass gas in an area right up to the target. So it has removed the shield, but not the shield from the target at the side. So you can see there that tie in the shield gen with this bot, it's not really that beneficial. So now we're going to go, right, okay, so they want to combo it with some bots. Let's see who we can combo with and get some good results out of. So the first one I thought of was obviously Warpath. I mean, it's an obvious one. So we're going to put Wing Saber down. We're going to put Warpath down. And again, we'll try and hit that shield gen because that's all we care about. We put him down. He hits it. Then we do Warpath. There we go. Some decent damage and Warpath again. And decent damage on a line. But the problem with this is that Warpath pretty much takes most things out with 2 or 3 shots anyway. So, okay, it's 3 ability points. But why would you take 2 bots in the shuttle for something that Warpath can generally do on his own? I mean, generally, you would just use Warpath in a line. 1 hit. 2 hits. And you see there, pretty much takes everything out. I mean, take a bit off that Vader there, but a bit of boost something. But you can see the point I'm making. That comboing with Warpath is not really that beneficial, really. We've tried that with Goldbug, and people were like, no, it gets a bit expensive using Goldbug and Warpath, and doesn't really do much. So then we got to think, who else can we combo it with in a line? So then I thought, thinking about outside the box, I thought maybe Jetfire can do that. Because Jetfire ability 11 drops fire on the way to target. And I thought, maybe because he drops glass gas and a bit of damage, coupling that with Jetfire might actually be pretty decent. So let's try and take out the Shock Tower with these 2 bots. He goes on a line. Then Jetfire does got glass gas. We've got that fire on top of that. You can see there the fire going along. Yeah, we've taken out the shield, the Shock Tower. And done some alright damage. But you can see that on the way, it's not done much. And we're also talking about fire damage. So if Fire Claw being really prevalent right now in the meta, is it really that beneficial? So it's taken us 7 ability points to take out 1 Shock Tower. And if we use it again, that's 13 ability points. And there we go. So for 20 ability points and take out 2 Shock Towers, I mean, that's not disastrous. It's not amazing. It's okay. But generally, Jetfire is kind of out of the meta a bit. And so the end target, when we combo in the end target, that's not too bad. But again, we've kind of got bots that can pretty much do that. You've got Roadbuster with not quite the same range, but can do that for 6 plus 3, so 6 and a 9. So 15 ability points. So why take 2 bots to do something that Roadbuster can generally do on his own? So I'm not too sure that's a great idea. So let's try Sea Spray. A good bot, could normally 2-shot most defenses. Let's try him with Wing Saber.
Your ground.
So let's try, we'll go on the Shock Tower again. I'm choosing the Shock Tower because it's one of the highest HP buildings on the map, so we can do it to that. We can do it to pretty much anything. So that glass gas in an area does clear a decent amount.
Ready.
Doesn't even touch the Shock Tower in terms of Sea Spray. I mean, to be fair, I need to retest this. I just remembered I've got electric cores on. So let's do that again. Let's get a fair test. Put his down out of the way. When he said not even touch that, I was like, that's a bit underwhelming. I thought it'd do a decent amount to it.
All are one.
Right, okay, try again. Okay, let's try Wing Saber and Sea Spray in a line.
Your ground.
So I'm going to try the Shock Tower because it's the highest HP building on the map. Wait till Sea Spray gets in range. Then we're going to hit Wing Saber and then hit Sea Spray. So glass gas in an area. It takes that area out pretty much. And then it's close. So close to taking out a Shock Tower. But not quite. And now it's going to self-heal again. But you get the idea. So, I mean, but why use Wing Saber when you can just use Sea Spray? And then just use Sea Spray to finish off again. So I don't see the point in using Wing Saber doing the damage and doing the glass gas when you can just use sea spray once or twice to the effect. So we've not really found much to really combo with him in a minute. But there's one bot and I thought, well, surely this is like gonna be crazy.
Roll out.
And that's mixing Wing Saber with Leo Prime. Leo Prime can already take out pretty much half the map. Now, I haven't put any anti-fire cores on, because I imagine you would take these out before you even start. Yes, I could put a lot of anti-fires in there, we can make it realistic, unrealistic. Let's just test it without it. Let's just imagine we're taking the fire cores out. Let's see what it's going to do. Pure damage against the base if we were to take them out. We can do what's and ifs. Let's have a go.
Stand your ground.
So what I'm going to do with Ring Saber is, I'm going to take up the shield gen, I'll get close to it. And then we're going to go over that glass gas in an area and try and take out the shield gen. And you see that it's still not even touched shield gen. It's not even took it out. And then we're going to use... Let's use him up here. Let's use him up there as well. Just not quite over that glass gas, but in an area. Let's clear that area. But then let's just test Leo Prime on his own in this area. Leo Prime there. Leo Prime there. And Leo Prime is taken out regardless. So you got the big question you got to ask is, the Eight has said, oh, we're going to bring this new bot out, and the idea is that we want you to combo it with other bots. Well, who are we going to combo it with at 3+4? You know, the playtest said they don't like the idea of taking the shield gen out, but then if you can't take the shield gen out, what's he really doing? You could probably hit the shock tower and then take that out with Leo Prime. But then you could do that with any other bot really anyway. You could use Leo Prime twice in an area. I just don't see how anyone is going to take this bot into battle with another bot when you can use a bot twice and get similar effects. I just don't see the combo ability really working. 847 damage in an area with glass gas is here and there. The glass gas is alright if you can combo it. But 847 damage... I just wouldn't have bothered really for 847 damage. I mean, that's almost an insult, 847 damage. It's almost like Power Glide. We talk about how poor Power Glide is, and then give this new bot 847 damage, similar to a bot that we think is crap. The removing shield aspect, yeah, it removes shield to that target, but not around them. They still keep the shield, so what are we really doing? You know, I'm going for this bot as part of the endurance, but I'm not excited for this bot in any way. I'm looking at it going, yeah, it's not going to make my team any better. It's not going to combo with anyone. And I think that when it could take out the shield gen, it was kind of beneficial a bit. It kind of worked a bit. I didn't mind it. Yeah, it's 3 ability points. Make it 4+3 if you want then. You know, increase the cost a bit. For me, I thought, oh, it's an upgrade on Roadbuster. It takes the shield out. Doesn't do quite enough damage as Roadbuster, but it's a cheaper option for taking the shield gen out. So if you're using Roadbuster to take out the shock tower, then yeah, he's more beneficial. But if you just want to take the shield gen out, this guy's beneficial. He's got a niche. He's got a use. But the fact that now he can't take the shield gen out kind of reduces that niche. So I'm not really impressed with it. People talk about maybe on defense. No, I would never put an air class bot with 20k health on defense. There's a reason that we don't really see smokescreen at higher levels, or we don't see blades. You know, there's a reason we don't see these, you know, these decent ability bots, but low HP because of being a air class bot, or gonna say on defense, because you want to slow bots down. It's not all about the abilities of doing damage. It's about popping the outpost, yes, having a good ability, but also then slowing the team down and having other defenses in the area, other outpost bots doing damage as well. So I'm not thinking it's going to be beneficial on defense as well. So not really a great addition. I'm quite disappointed, really, because I think that on the last iteration we kind of had it close to being all right, usable in wars. But as it is right now, it's a one-trick pony that doesn't do that one trick very well, sadly. Does ranking him up increase SA damage? Because it's based on DPS, I believe so, but you're not going to get enough out of it to do anything decent. Dustin Brilliant's put Robuster, yeah, pretty much, but not a good version. Decimus support, not a big fan of this bot. Me neither, really, sadly. Cuddy Fox support, I wish it was either a medic, a maximal, or a Dinobot. I do not think many players wanted Wing Saber. No, but I think it's more about the cons in it. It's more about having Dreadwing. Even if it is the crappy version, the G2 version. But it's more about the cons for this, so I don't mind too much. Yeah, Ultimate Phil's put any combo bot needs to be ridiculously cheap to use to be effective. Exactly. Exactly. And I think they got it right with Air Raid. Air Raid is a good bot. You know, and this is the sort of cost we're looking at. And listen, right now, I can't remember the cost of Air Raid. Is it 3 plus 2, I think? Is it 3 plus 2? That's the kind of cost you need for a combat bot. 3 plus 2. If it was 3 plus 2, it'd be halfway. If it had the damage it did before, and could take up the shield gen, and was 3 plus 2, I'd be sat here going, yeah, I'm going to try and use this guy in Wars. I don't think he's going to be unbelievable like Leo Prime or Ultimate Optimus, but I can see a use for him. At 3 plus 4, and the fact he can't take the shield gen out, I'm not sold. Granted, he'll ride the bench. Yeah, definitely. Justin Brilliant put rework Power Glide after Dale fixes better than this bot. Yeah, it probably will be. Sadly, yeah. Yeah. Cuddy Fox put wonder when the G1 core will be available. So let's have a look at his G1 core while we're here. It's not finalized yet, but I'll give you a sneak peek. But I'll give you a clue. It's not going to change him much. I've already heard what it's going to do. So, G1 core. Let's try and find it at the bottom. Right at the bottom. Sorry, guys. Scroll, scroll, scroll. This is what happens when you say to the apes, I need a lot of cores to upgrade. And they go, okay, here's 100 million cores for you to scroll. This is why I said we could do it like some sort of selector on the side. I even would like it as, you know, like the cores, like the, when you can forge them. Let's go to the thing and go up. Oh no, I've done that. Oh no. That's what I'm going to do. Let's go to G1 core. I'm not scrolling through all that. Let's go and find the G1 core. G1 core. Down the bottom at level 1 somewhere. W, so yeah, we're down the bottom. So Wing Saber, increase health by 6%. So obviously that will go up. But let's have what it goes up by. Let's have a laugh. Because if it's anything less than 20%, it's crap. But let's be honest, who wants more health like it's gonna like make much of a difference? No, that's a bit too much, I think. Let's take it to 18 and see where it's at. Just because I can't afford it anymore, really, to be honest. Let's have a look. So, G1, Wing Saber, level 18. Let's go down a bit, around here somewhere. There it is. So, it increases health by 15%. If the final target of Wing Saber's stealth bomb ability is destroyed within 8 seconds, it explodes, dealing 3 times DPS fire damage over 8 seconds in an area. So, 3 times DPS fire damage will be 5k damage in an area over 8 seconds in an area. But the problem with that is, because it's fire, one... So, let's look at this objectively. What are you going to use it for? For taking objects out around the shield gen. So let's go one by one. Let's say we're taking out my Cronus. So increasing health is crap. Forget that. Rubbish. So if you destroy it within 8 seconds, so you hit my Cronus, with Wing Saber, you destroy it with another bot. Let's just say whatever for 4 or 5 ability points. It explodes, dealing 3 times the DPS fire damage. So you're talking like 4.5k damage in an area. So if you get rid of the Micronus, it'll do 4.5k damage in an area. So you need to get rid of the Micronus with this. That's what you need to aim for. Because if you hit the shield gen and you do fire damage, it's going to heal. So it's here and there, it's not going to work. Hit anything else over the Micronus, it's going to heal. But you've also got anti-fire cool, which I'm huge in the meta right now. If that would have been do electric damage, 3 times DPS electric damage, I'd be a bit more excited because no one's using electric cores right now. You'd be like, alright, okay. No one's using electric cores, it gives them a bit more of a thing. But I still don't think it's enough 4.5k damage in area when defenses are like 14k. It's like take the third of a health of a thing up. It's not even enough to take out a build bot. And over 8 seconds, it's so slow. So if it did, no, it needs to do that DPS damage instantly in an area, not over 8 seconds. If destroyed within 8 seconds, and then it'd be okay as a G1. But it's yet to be balanced, so I won't be too critical and sit here and absolutely slate it. I'm hoping they can balance that out. But anything fire at the minute is like, why bother? Don't even bother because everyone is using fire cores. So don't bring out a meta with fire. When the big meta right now is everyone using fire and everyone defending against meta, you don't want more fire stuff. You want everything other than fire stuff. It's almost like they've gone, oh, everyone likes Leo Prime and everyone likes Optimus, so they must like fire. So let's bring everything out with fire. No, that's not the case. No, but everyone's got fire build bots. It's frustrating, it really is. Grandson, look at all the Gmail cores, you hacker. Decimus Sport, just bring in Flying Titans. That 6-bot SA could drag out over the years 5-star releases. It gets a bit boring though, every month it's the same though, innit? Yeah, Carnage Mac, alright, when is the last time that you said this jet needs 15% more HP? I think that's spot on. I think that's really well said. No one ever has gone, oh, this jet could do with a bit more health. Yeah, like in playtest you might say that, but then you're like, I'd rather give it something else. I'd rather have it low health and crazy DPS or something, not health though. Stinger, can we just put this bot directly into the legacy needs buff patch? Cuddy Fox, SA still do not have many water-based attacks. I tried to tell them that there are Autobots that do water-based attacks, mostly Maximals. Yeah, they do not utilise that. You know, they've got anti-water cores, which are still prevalent, so I won't even do water to fair though yet. Until we get past the meta of using God Neptune Ruination as well, because everyone's using anti-fire cores. Everyone's using anti-acid, anti-fire, anti-water cores right now. Maybe an FFD in there. And so we need to take advantage of the people not using electric cores and bring out some good electric abilities. We've got Sea Spray, bring out some more. But hey, here's what it is. Yeah, nice put, especially when the jet goes invisible during the SA. Oh, here's a good one as well. Apparently, it trips the flare mines when it's in the air. And there was a discussion about that in playtest, and I was like, it's a jet. It's in the air. Why would it trip a mine in the floor? That's where mines are. I've never seen a mine in the air. Apart from like bombs floating, but no. Why would an airbot trip a thing? I mean, Elita does, but Elita, for me, I can't imagine her going close to the ground. But Jetfire doesn't trip flare mines, so it's obviously not flying high enough. not physically in the game, but I mean like, as in tripping the mines. But it's also just a switch needs to flick and go. Doesn't trip mines, but yeah. Cool. Well, that is everything for this week, guys. So if you've won something in today's stream, hit me on Discord. It may be weekend by the time I get to it, like I said, because tomorrow I'm working, and then I'm also going out seeing Jimmy Carr tomorrow night, so I've got a bit of a long day. So make sure you hit me up by tomorrow, and then I'll probably catch up with them on either late tomorrow night or Friday, and take all the names down for Dale to sort a dish out before Christmas. Big thank you to everyone subscribed. Big thank you to everyone that's been a member. Big thank you to everyone that's watched. If you're finishing this stream, go and check out Freezius' stream. Imagine he's still streaming now. Apologies to Freezius for cutting into your time, but I had to, sadly, mate. But yeah, go and check his stream out, guys. So thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Should be back to it after Christmas, first Thursday after Christmas, guys. I may stream here or there over Christmas, I don't know yet, but I'll be releasing loads of content over Christmas regardless. So hit that subscribe button so you can keep watching Transformers Earth Wars content all over Christmas and keep up to date with all the latest releases and news. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.